Picture a butterfly, and you picture something brief. It's built into how we talk about them. A butterfly life is the very symbol of the fleeting and the delicate. A few brilliant weeks, then gone. Most butterflies live exactly that story. 2 to 4 weeks as an adult, a frantic sprint to mate before the wings wear out, and then the short candle burns down. Now meet the exception. Deep in the forests of Central and South America drifts a butterfly that ignores the rule entirely. It doesn't live for weeks, it lives for months, in some cases 6 months or more as an adult, several times longer than its close relatives, and it spends that long life doing something no butterfly is supposed to be able to do. It remembers, it learns, it returns to the same spots day after day, following routes it has memorized. And scientists studying why it lives so long think the answer is tangled up with that very intelligence in a way that might teach us something about aging itself. This is the Heliconius butterfly, the long wing, and it quietly breaks the one rule everyone thinks they know about butterflies. This is wild Codex. Let's meet the insect that forgot to die on schedule. Start with the lifespan, because it's the anomaly everything else hangs on. A typical butterfly runs on a tight, brutal clock. The adult emerges, and from that moment, it is burning through a fixed, small budget of time. It usually cannot even repair itself. A torn wing stays torn. The whole design is built for a brief, intense finale. Reproduce fast, then expire. Heliconius tears that timetable up. Research published in 2026 confirmed what field observers had long suspected. These butterflies live dramatically longer than related species, months instead of weeks. An extraordinary lifespan for something so small and so fragile looking. And crucially, they don't just survive longer. They stay functional longer. They keep flying, keep foraging, keep navigating deep into a lifespan that would have finished an ordinary butterfly many times over. That combination, long life plus sustained function, is exactly what makes them interesting to the scientists who study aging. Because living longer is easy to imagine. Living longer while staying sharp is the actual prize, and this insect has it. So the question becomes, what is this butterfly doing differently? And the answer starts with its diet. Here is the trick at the center of the Heliconia story, and it's beautiful. Almost every butterfly drinks nectar. Nectar is sugar, quick energy, fuel to fly, and almost nothing else. It's a diet that runs the engine but never restocks the deeper supplies, particularly protein, the raw material bodies need to build and repair tissue. A nectar-only butterfly is, in a sense, spending down a fixed inheritance it can never top up. No wonder it ages fast. Heliconius does something almost no other butterfly does. It eats pollen, not just brushes past it, actually collects it, packs it onto its proboscis, and over hours breaks it down and absorbs the nutrients from it, including the amino acids that build protein. It has effectively unlocked a food source its relatives can't use, and that food source is the restock its relatives never get. Protein for repair, raw material for maintenance. The deeper supplies replenish daily instead of spent down to zero. Researchers link this pollen feeding directly to the long lifespan. A body that can keep repairing itself, keep topping up its reserves, is a body that can keep going, and Heliconius found a way to do exactly that, using flowers everyone else treats as a sugar vending machine. It reads the same flower as a pantry rather than a soda can. But a long life is only useful if you can make use of it. And that's where this butterfly reveals its second, stranger gift. Because Heliconius is smart, genuinely measurably smart for an insect. A short-lived butterfly has no reason to invest in a good memory. It won't live long enough to use one. Heliconius lives long enough that memory pays off, and evolution gave it one. These butterflies practice something called trap lining. Rather than wandering randomly, an individual learns a reliable circuit of the best pollen and nectar sources across its patch of forest, and then it runs that route day after day in a consistent order, returning to the same plants it has learned are worth the trip. That requires spatial memory, the ability to hold a map of the world and navigate it deliberately, which is a serious cognitive feat for a creature whose brain is smaller than a grain of rice, and the intelligence goes further. Heliconius have been shown to learn from watching each other, a form of social learning once thought far beyond insects. They roost together at night in the same spots, returning to communal sleeping sites they recognize. They have unusually sophisticated vision. Some researchers consider them among the most cognitively capable butterflies known. Now connect the two halves, because this is the real insight. The long life and the intelligence aren't separate quirks. They feed each other. Living longer makes it worth investing in a brain that can learn. And having a brain that can learn, memorize routes, find the best pollen, exploit that life-extending food source, makes the long life possible to sustain. The butterfly got smart because it lives long, and lives long partly because it's smart. Each one funds the other. Now the honest caveats, because this channel doesn't oversell. 6 months is remarkable for a butterfly, but let's keep scale. This is not an immortal creature, and it still faces every ordinary danger, predators, weather, the slow wear of a hard life in the wild. Long lived here means long for a butterfly, not long in any grand sense. And the leap from this insect ages slowly to this helps humans is a long one that nobody has completed. The interest from aging science is real. Any animal that stays functional far past its expected lifespan is worth studying because it's a working example of a problem we care about. But an insect that solved longevity through pollen feeding and self-repair is a source of clues, not a bottle of medicine. What excites researchers is the existence proof, the demonstration that within the same butterfly family, some species found a way to extend healthy life several-fold. That tells you the thing is possible, and possible is where every answer starts. The pollen feeding link, the memory, the longevity. These are genuine findings. If this one moved you, the next episode covers another small creature running biology the giants can't. The underground empire that seems to have switched off aging altogether. That video's on your screen right now, and the full series is linked in the description below. Subscribe to Wild Codex for new wildlife deep dives every week. And tell me in the comments, if you could borrow one ability from this butterfly, the long, healthy life, the memorized maps, or the trick of turning flowers into repair kits, which would you take? I read every answer. See you in the next one.